Assalamualaikum and Salam Satu Malaysia. Welcome back to the lecture for the course CBPM 4103 IT Project Management. So far, I have introduced you what project management is all about. I have also covered the project life cycle starting with initiation and followed by planning. In this session, we will discuss about IT project estimates and scheduling. So let's see what we are going to accomplish by the end of this session. By the end of the session, you should be able to explain why IT estimates are required for IT projects, list the types of software effort estimation, explain the steps involved in project scheduling. When you mention software estimates, what do you refer to exactly? Let me tell you, there are two things to describe estimates. First, quantification. Second, quantitative. Why is it so? Software estimates will allow you to quantify improvement in the product or service that you want to introduce. And the most important thing is to measure and define your success or failure. It is also useful for the management in making decisions. Are you still with me? When you do software estimate, you have to be careful, especially it may be overestimate or underestimate. This may impact your project in terms of project budget and schedule. Let's discuss this further. Overestimate may take longer than it would. This may cause you additional costs and delay your project. As you can see, Parkinson's and Brooks' law explain why overestimate should not be done. It makes resources work less hard if the project is to be done longer than it should. Also, some resources may not be made fully utilized. Compared to overestimate, underestimate works in an opposite way. It may cause the project to take shorter time than it should that result in low quality. Besides, it is also provide unnecessary pressure to the project resources. Can you see the differences between overestimate and underestimate? How can you do estimates? What's the basis for you to do it? There are three things that you may consider when doing estimates. First, historical data. Second, measure of work. Third, complexity. Historical data is normally used by PMs to do estimates. They will use the data as the basis for their estimates. Some projects may provide similar natures to other projects. So this can be applied to new estimates. As you can see here, this is the list of software effort estimation techniques that can be used. Bottom-up, top-down, expert judgment, COCOMO, and function point analysis are commonly used by project estimator. Each technique provides a different kind of approach. However, it aims to have the same objective, which is to estimate as accurate as it can. In our previous session, I have mentioned about project scheduling as part of activity plan. Remember? Now, let's go through the process briefly. Please bear in your mind that a schedule cannot be established until you have developed a project plan. This is a rule of thumb when establishing a schedule or timetable for a plan. The purpose of project schedule is to monitor and control your project activity progress. Are you still with me? Let's see the steps required for project scheduling. The first step is identify activities. In this step, you identify activities based on your software requirements in order to achieve the project objectives. The next step is identify activity dependencies. Here, you identify the dependencies between the activities. When you are done with this step, you will move to the third step, which is estimate resources for activities. Here, you will estimate the number of resources required to run each activity. Once you have estimated the number of resources, you will move on to the fourth step, which is allocate people to the activities. In this step, all you will be doing is assigning your people to the activities based on the identified number of resources. After this, you will move on to the last step, which is create project charts. In this step, you will create a bar chart or Gantt chart. You may revise your project schedule by repeating the process. Okay, that's all about the steps involved in the project scheduling. Now, we have reached to the end of this session where we have covered why IT estimates are required for IT projects, the types of software effort estimation, as well as the steps involved in the project scheduling. Therefore, I hope by now you are clear of what we have covered in this session. That's all for now. Till I see you again in our next session. Thank you and have a nice day.